Have you been sitting on your chair, looking at your laptop, thinking, well, great, my book sucks, it's a piece of shit, and then you wanted to throw the laptop out of the window, and you were telling yourself, like, wow, I'm a horrible writer, and I should probably never write any books ever. I feel like every single one of us has felt that way at some point. Writers whose books have been read by millions of people felt like their books were trash. Writers who are now writing future bestsellers are thinking, well, this book is a piece of shit. Art is subjective, and it is so easy to doubt ourselves when we see so many successful people out there writing amazing books that we read and we're like, wow, I can never write like this. But we're just our own worst critics, because we read the book and we see the unfinished version and think, I suck and all these people are great and I'm just the worst writer ever. But that is bullshit. What you're whining about right now, what you're thinking is absolutely horrible, which is totally fine and normal, is probably the first draft. And if it's not the first draft, then it's still not a finished book. There's a high chance that you haven't even gotten beta readers to read your book. You haven't had it edited by an editor. I get that it feels horrible. There's just one thing that I want every single one of us to realize and remember. These books, all of these books, and literally every other book that you could ever see, this is not the original version. 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 You get it. All these books that we have in our hands and we read them and we're like, fuck me, I suck. We're at the beginning, and even if we've made a lot of progress and like we've gone through editing stages, chances are this is not the finished thing. And sure, people have like insecurities even about the finished books, but that just, it happens because there's just so many people writing that we then start comparing ourselves to others. We just think, we get one bad comment and we think, well, we're horrible, because just the book is not perfect, because nothing could ever be perfect. But what matters most is that it's awesome, and same with you. You're not a perfect writer. There are things that you're not that great at, but there are also things that you are awesome at. No one is perfect, no book is perfect, and most certainly not the first draft. The first drafts suck, and they are supposed to, and I know that is difficult to like remember and just like think about, because it's just hard, because we always see just the finished product of everything. We don't see the process, we just see the finished thing and we feel like that's just how it happened. So many people who especially aren't writers think that, you know, Rainbow Rowell sat at the computer and just typed this whole book and then it was published like that. That's ridiculous. And if you're a writer, you know that, because it just doesn't work that way. Just then there are like beta readers, critique partners, and editors, and millions of other people who aren't you, who have to like look at it and just tell you what sucks, what doesn't suck. And then, you know, the book improves and it gets better. But at the beginning, it just sucks. But even at the end, it's just not perfect, but it's still fucking awesome. You love the book. When you take a second, step back, and just stop the whole self-hate, you need to remember that you love these characters. You love the world, you love the story, you just love the book. And we can't forget that, because that's why we're doing this shit. Because we love being writers, we love writing. And so really think about why you love the book. And if there are things that you feel like you don't love about it, then you can just work on it. You know, develop these characters more. Develop the plot more if you feel like there's just something lacking. You can work on all the flaws that you see there. instead of just thinking, oh, I suck, I'm a horrible writer, and I should never write anything again, because you should keep on writing, you should keep on working, on getting better, and especially if you're more of a newbie writer, if you're young, and you're just at the beginning stages, and you feel like your books suck, they're making you the writer that you have the potential to become. The books at the beginning will suck, because it all takes, it all takes time. To make progress, we need to practice. And this is with drawing, this is with writing, this is with filming, this is with literally everything. Again, you only see these pictures and drawings that took people like years to learn how to make. Almost no one wants to share the imperfect beginning stages of writing. If I read right now one of the first books I wrote, I would cringe so hard because it just sucks. But it got me where I am today. If I didn't write that shit, I wouldn't be where I am right now. You will write a ton of shit. And that's absolutely fine, because every single bit of that shit is gonna make you a better writer. It's gonna make you the writer that you had the potential to become, and you have the potential to become an amazing writer. But you gotta keep writing, to get there. And so keep on writing. We all have insecurities. We all have these moments when we feel like we suck and our book sucks, but it doesn't. The fact that something has imperfections and flaws doesn't mean it sucks. It just means that there's work to be done on it, and that's why we shall do said work and just keep on making progress, keep on writing, and keep on becoming better writers. All these writers, all these great artists, it took them years and years and years to become who they are, and it might take you years and years and years to write your best ever book. But just keep doing what you love. Just keep creating, and you're gonna write fucking awesome books.